Good morning, my friends, and happy Tuesday. I just wanted to pop on here for a quick minute because I'm feeling bright and happy and wonderful today. Maybe share a little bit of that with y'all. And if you follow me at all, offer you a couple of updates. So over the past week, my back was fucked, and today I'm feeling like 99.9% better. I had a wicked sleep last night. I only feel a teeny tiny little bit of like the pinching, the sort of tension in my back. But holy crap, what a humbling experience. And yeah, it's I feel very reset right now. I do want to mention, like, I was grateful to have the week of kind of like forced downtime after, of course, I accepted that. When I was still resisting it, I wasn't all that grateful for it. But yeah, day two, I reached out to some of you on Facebook, and y'all kind of gave me some love and some support, and that I don't know, that shifted a lot of things for me, and I just kind of embraced where I was at and laid down and took it. And I'm feeling great now, and again, grateful for it. So today I'm hopping over to Moncton with Fiona. Again, if you follow me, you know that my pup Fiona just had a pretty intense surgery a couple of weeks ago. Her recovery is doing amazing. Like, it couldn't be better. She's doing so great. So we're going for a 2-week checkup today, or it's a little over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. So maybe later today I'll hop on and do a little video and show you Fiona walking. Like, we've been going out for short walks, like 5-minute walks or so. And all of her shaved fuzz is growing back. The incision's looking great. She's putting weight on that leg. She's using that leg, and she seems kind of renewed too. So pretty awesome. But yeah, one of the things that I was kind of inspired to share with you this morning is what I put in my green smoothies. I've still been on this green smoothie journey for, I don't know, probably more than a month now. My partner and I, a little while back, did a cleanse, and after the cleanse I was like, I don't think I want to go back to the way I was eating before. So yeah, my smoothie this morning is like super green, so I'm like, I gotta share this. This is wild. Anyway, I'm gonna flip my camera around and kind of show you what I'm working with here. So this is everything that went in my smoothie this morning. But first I want to share a little bit about what got me eating this way, and some of the information that I've been learning about health and wellness through reading this particular book. So I reached out to a ladies group that I'm part of, and I said, I want to do a cleanse, and what do you guys recommend? And someone recommended, first and foremost, this was the book that we use for our cleanse. My popcorn out of the way. No, I still eat popcorn. Cleanse to Heal by the Medical Medium. This was a really great cleanse because you can actually, you can still eat as much as you want on this cleanse, but it's very, very, I don't know what the word is, particular foods. There's a lot that you can't eat on it, but I loved that you could still eat. It wasn't just like a liquid cleanse for 10 days or anything. Also, I've got a video that I'm just waiting to get the paid version of my film editing software, so I don't have a big watermark across my video. But I documented the whole process from like a week before this cleanse, the Cleanse to Heal, and all throughout the cleanse, and I'm going to make a compilation video for y'all so you can kind of see what I experienced through that. Anyway, so this group that I reached out to recommended this book, but they also recommended this book here, and it just I felt a little bit drawn to it, and I figured I'm going to take a look at this. So this woman healed much of her illness through turning to raw, I don't know if she was vegan, I can't remember, but to a raw food lifestyle. And for many years that did really well for her. And then she noticed she was starting to develop some issues again. Her nails were getting brittle, and there was a bunch of other things she had listed. And what she realized was she just wasn't getting enough greens in her diet. So anyway, I read this book, and through this book, I actually discovered the author of this book because she mentions it in hers. And I've started reading this as well. Now, I don't agree with absolutely everything that is said in this book, but what I do know is the importance of keeping track of the pH in your body. Because a human being has a healthy pH of, I believe it's like 7.25 or something like that. Not too acid, not too alkaline, but right in the middle. And proof that an acidic environment in your body actually causes an insane amount, a myriad of chronic disease. It's undisputable. We've discovered this. They discovered this back in the 30s. In the 30s, that you literally, cancer cannot survive in an alkaline environment. It requires an acidic environment to thrive. The fact that not every cancer patient is told this, all you have to do is shift your diet, and you'll kill your cancer. It blows my mind. I mean, I understand why the pharmaceuticals, especially the cancer industry, they're a multi-billion-dollar industry. So it makes sense, if you're on that level of thinking, that this doesn't make any money for anybody. It's ludicrous to think that this is the world that we live in, that if it's not monetarily beneficial for an elite group, that they won't bring it forth, but this is something that happens, guys. But I want to bring forth this information, and to be fair, not everybody would shift their diet. I literally had a client of mine years ago, when I was talking about this, say to me, I would rather die. He didn't have cancer in that moment, given, but he said he would rather die than give up eating meat. And, that's your choice. If that's what you want, then that's fine. But the point is, we should all have a choice. We should know what our options are. Anyway, rambling, ranting. I'm just really passionate about this because food is your medicine. And it's mind-blowing to me. Like, I was already really healthy before I started doing the green smoothie thing. But just little things, and really not little things, like I don't have dandruff anymore. I don't know if you can see how glowy my skin is, but my skin has been phenomenal. Everything, I don't need to smother myself in oils anymore and have like flaky dry skin all the time. My nails have been great. My energy level's been great. I quit drinking coffee and switched over to green tea. For the most part, I still have coffee here and there. But there's just been so many benefits to this in my life. And it just feels good. It feels good emotionally and mentally to know that I'm doing something really good for my body, for my mind, for my soul, for longevity purposes. I want to be healthy and vibrant for the rest of my life. And I'm not old, but I'm not like a spring chicken anymore. I'm going to be 40 next year. And, it takes work. It takes intention and work to maintain health. I don't think that growing old and getting sick is inevitable, especially if you're paying attention to it. So this is what I put in my smoothie this morning. And this is how green she turned out. And, this is actually, for me, quite delicious. But I've been kind of cleansing my palate for a while. So I pick up on the subtle flavors. But yeah, when you throw, I put 2 bananas in there. I put, maybe half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of organic mango chunks. This is some kale that I had dehydrated from my garden last year. I definitely want to do more of that this year because I have so much that grows that I can't use it all right away. But yeah, this was super easy to make. So I put 2-3 tablespoons of that. Some milled flax seeds, maybe 3 cups or so of organic spinach, and some of this magical stuff I just found at a local store called Winterwood. This stuff is full of, like it says there, vitamin B2, vitamin B1, calcium and iron, kind of like a superfood green powder. So yeah, all of that goes in, a couple cups of water, blend her all up, and I have this delicious, creamy, thick smoothie that I'm going to get into me in a couple minutes here. And yeah, one more thing I wanted to mention is if you're wondering about pH, how do you tell what your pH is? This right here is something called litmus paper. So the pH scale runs from 1 to 14, right in the middle, 7 being pretty well neutral. So really high up on the scale, number 1, that is super, super acidic. And then as you come down to 7, we're neutral. And then once you go down this other way up to 14, you're highly alkaline. So typically the human body, it's not super, super precise. You're not going to get, your 7.25 today, but you're going to be able to tell. Most times I run between 7 and 6. And I just put this beside the toilet, and every time I go to the bathroom, or pretty well every time, I test my urine and just see where it's at. Testing your urine is the best, or better than testing your saliva, because anything you put in your mouth, any food or any water, any drink, it's going to change the acidity of your saliva. So this is definitely the more accurate way is to test your urine. And I noticed this is a major change I made in my diet, because when I was drinking coffee in the mornings, I was definitely running a 6, sometimes even close to a 5. For about half the day. Sometimes it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening before I settled back down to 7. And that was with drinking 2 smoothies. Like I do a green smoothie for breakfast and a green smoothie for lunch. And I do lemon water in the morning. So even all of that was still not enough to bring me into this neutral level. I was still running acidic because I had 2 or 3 cups of coffee in the morning. I know a lot of you don't like to hear that because you love coffee, and I fucking love coffee. But, shifting over to green tea, it still gives me something hot to drink in the morning, something to look forward to. I still put cream and sugar or maple syrup in it, because that's what I'd put in my coffee, and it just makes it a little more enjoyable for me. Green tea is actually alkalizing to your body instead of acidifying. So it just feels so much better to know that I'm doing something good for my body. And now when I drink coffee, if I have 2 or 3 in the morning, I actually realize how crap it makes me feel. Not just that I'm a little bit anxious and fluttery, but just, I don't know, overall kind of blah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just becoming more and more sensitive to this stuff as I clear it out. And don't get me wrong, I'll still drink my coffee every once in a while, maybe 2 or 3 days in a week. I'll go grab one from Tim's or from Piccadilly or whatever. But I'm not drinking 2 or 3 every morning. And I think it's all about balance, don't strip everything out of your diet to the point where it's going to be unsustainable. Just start, maybe if you have 3 cups a day, go down to 2, that's progress. If you can't start stripping a lot of things out of your diet, start adding shit to your diet. You want to get the good stuff into you. Don't deny yourself anything at first, but add something good. If you can get 1 green smoothie in a day, you are making a huge drastic change, a huge difference in the nutrients that you're putting into your body. So anyway, my friends, that's my little ramble for the day. I hope you find this educational. If you have any questions about eating green smoothies, drinking green smoothies, about these books, or just anything about nutrition, I have been studying. I'm an amateur. I have not gone to school for this, but I've been studying nutrition for a very, very long time. I have a lot more to learn, but I do have a lot of information to offer. So if you have any questions, reach out. Chance says bye. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Much love.